Because when this administration took over, I think the government was in two minds. If you change everyone, and then you will be seen as vindictive. And therefore, I think from the beginning, the thinking was that, okay, let's retain as many as possible and bring them on board. And I think there's no right and wrong then. The discussion, there was no right and wrong. You have to balance the two. By now we know, for example, that you do require the right people with the right mindset, with the right tools to really push ahead. And one good example, of course, you know, I mean, the whole country talks about MACC. So the first extension, I think we all swallow it on that basis, that if we were to rock the boat too soon, it might backfire and therefore allow Tan Sri Azam Baki to stay there. But I think it's very difficult to justify the second extension, the third extension, and so on. And if anything, the Chief Commissioner of MACC represents the credibility of MACC. And if you don't put someone with the credibility, and then we will have a problem, irrespective of what the government of the day sets out to achieve. Hence, that also explains why Nick and I took a different tone when it comes to the judiciary. It was not enough to assure that the government does not intend to meddle with the appointment of judges. Because you can follow every rule there is in the book. You can follow the constitutional requirement, but finally, if you are judged to have put someone who is not worthy of that reform agenda into the judiciary, then everything collapses. And that's why, you know, whatever people say, you know, as backbencher, we have all the time in the world, and then it's not easy to sack us. So I think, you know, we could play our role that way to make sure that reform must come with the right people. Otherwise, everything is diluted.